Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy, people. It is transfer deadline day. So, how are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling about the transfer deadline day? Obviously, it's a laugh and a joke. Big up Alicia. Big up Ravi. Smash the like, people. Smash the like, man. We salute you too. Tom, you want to come on? I'll do the link if you want to come on, bro. Let me know if you want to jump on. Where are you, Therapy Army? Therapy Army is all over the place tonight. I want to talk about Donny van der Beek, people. Obviously, his agent wanted him to go out because obviously it's clear to everybody to see that Donny van der Beek is not getting any game time. He's not even had a minute of Premier League football, not even 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And there was games where we needed him. It's really, really fascinating that he's not at that. But Man United are keeping him hostage. So the Free Donny campaign have just started. Therapy Army, we are the forefront of that fight. We are the forefront of that campaign to get to free Donny. This is not about Donny playing for Man United anymore. This is about freeing Donny. His agents apparently come out and said he wanted. There we go. There we go. That's it. See? There we go, people. Khalis Ramadan Lassie. I'm sorry if you guys think I'm being negative, right? Because I just want to talk about this because this is disgraceful, the way we're treating this young footballer. What has this kid done to Man United Football Club? This way you see, it's not Ollie. Ollie's not in charge of this. Ollie doesn't want to play him, but I am telling you now, Ollie was a footballer. He's nowhere stopping him from going. But anyway, Khalis Ramadan Lassie, chief reporter of United Real Therapy. Man UFC have received no formal offer loans for Donny van der Beek. He was also not made available by the club. Laurie Whitwell. Okay, that's what Laurie's saying, right? Donny van der Beek's agent, Gary Albert, says there has been interest in the player this summer, but that Man UFC are holding everything back. Disappointing, they're not cooperating. This is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about. Tom, I'll send you the link on Twitter. If you want to jump on.
What do you think?
It's absolutely abysmal. Now, this is Laurie Whitwell is one of Man United's cronies, right? In the press, he's one of Man United cronies. Manchester United have not received no formal loan offers for Donny van der Beek. He was also not made available by the club. He's one of the cronies. So when the agent comes out and says this, what is Neil Ashton sending one of his attack dogs to go and give the propaganda? But to be fair, they're not contradicting each other. The agent here is saying, Gaudio Albers, he's saying Man United are not cooperating. Man United are not, they're holding everything back. I mean, come on, guys, get in the comments. What do you guys think? What do you guys think what's going on with Donny van der Beek? If we're not going to play the player, why don't we just let him go? Why can't we just let him go? Why can't we just let him go? We need to let the player go. We need to let him go. It's extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. Tom, send me a message on Twitter and I'll send you the link because I can't find you on my Twitter for some reason. If you want to jump on, bro, send me a link. Send me a message on Twitter and I'll send you the link. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful what's going on. And I told a lot of you guys that Man United were not going to sign a CDM. A lot of you said you're negative. You've got to give this new structure a chance. Blah, blah, blah. After the centre half, we said it. I've said it on this channel. Therapy Army, we spoke. After a centre half, the most crucial position was a CDM. Was a CDM. Not Ronaldo, not Sancho, CDM. And Donny van der Beek can play as a number 8, but they refuses to play him as a number 8. And look what's happening. Look what's happening, guys. Big up to every one of you in here, man. I know that a lot of people are live tonight. I know that all, you know, Therapy Army scattered everywhere. I know Saeed's also live. First XI are live. I'm sure Aaron's live as well, too, somehow. But you know what I mean? It's I wasn't going to do a show tonight, guys. I've had to come on here and had to be, because I'm absolutely astonished. I'm absolutely astonished. Why is Fabrizio Romano coming out in the last couple of weeks saying midfielders, Donny, Matic, Lingard, all of these guys, something can happen in the summer. Anything can happen in the summer. He mentioned no names. And today even, Fabrizio Romano saying, Donny can go. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. There is a possibility. What is going on, guys? Please speak to me. A loan deal for Donny van der Beek to Everton seemed to be in the making until Solskjaer said it was non-negotiable. Van der Beek stays. Okay. Okay, so Ollie's getting involved now. Donny can play a key role tactically with proper coaching. 100%, bro. 100%, Simaya. Big up to every one of you in here, by the way. What's up, Mr. Structor? What's up? There's a footballer called Donny van der Beek, Alicia, and he's been held hostage by Manchester United. We're going to have to get some negotiator. Would you be the team negotiator to free him? Would you, Alicia, are you going to head the, are you going to represent Therapy Army? And are you going to be the spokeswoman to go and free Donny from the grip of the Glazers and the Bristol University bankers and Ollie and gang? Are you going to do that? That's my question to you. Are you up for that challenge? Rafi, thought it might have been with Saeed tonight. Bro, it's just that different people wanted to go live different times. I wasn't meant to do a show, so yeah. Nobody shouted me, so that's where I'm here. Irfan's jumping on. Yes, Irfan, welcome, bro. How you doing?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
Yeah? First of all, the people in the comments have not seen you for a while. What have you been up to? You've been AWOLing us, going missing.
No, well, let me just break it down.
You've been working on a deal to free Donny from the hostage.
Oh, no. I wish that
You've been working on that. Is that why you've not been on the United Real Therapy?
Oh, well, obviously not. But I've been getting a lot of work late in the evening. And then I got COVID for a month. And obviously, since I recovered, I took you to the festival, remember? We went to the festival together. And since then, I missed the last one. I was ready for the last one, but you got me today. So, yeah, I mean, you depressed me when you mentioned Donny. I get depressed. I get actually down about it.
We're going to update you. I know you're not following it, but we're going to update you. We're going to update you. Here we go. We're going to update you. Here is his agent. Donny van der Beek's agent, Guardio L. Burrs, says that there has been interest in the player this summer, but that Man U FC are holding everything back. Disappointing. They're not cooperating. Right?
Wow.
Right? And this is one of the Athletic boys, Laurie Whitwell. Man U FC received no formal loan offers for Donny van der Beek. He was also not made available. So straight away to the PR machine's gone into operation. He's one of the coronis in it, the stenographers. They're not journalists, they're stenographers. They just write everything that Neil Ashton tells them, and that's what's apparently happened. But here more. This is more. This is so many contradicting stories. But here we go. Here we go. Before we even get to that, Man U also no, let me go up. Let me go back up. There we go. A loan deal for Donny van der Beek to Everton seemed to be in the making until Solskjaer said it was non-negotiable. Van der Beek stays.
I don't know where to begin with this. What's he keeping him for? He's not playing.
Exactly, Alicia. Donny is the new Sergio Romero. And look at the way they treated him after he gave us a brilliant service. It's still a disgrace. People talk about this football club, this new footballing structure. Ollie being this nice guy. Did you see the way they treated Romero? His wife had to beg Man United and embarrass them.
And he served United well. He did a very good job for the team. Very, very good job. He stayed quiet. He didn't kick off. He was there always. we used him in the Europa League, etc. a couple of years ago. It's very, very sad to see this and hear it. I mean, this is why I've got this love-hate thing with Ollie. I mean, well, actually, more like accept-hate sort of relationship with the guy, because it just makes no sense. All I do is I go on the forums, I look on people, I read all the time, and not everyone says this. Anyone who's got any sense says, why is this guy not being played? Why, oh why, oh why, oh why? What has he done? You know, you even made some jokes about it before, saying he must have done something, you know, a bit like, I don't know, almost like when Fergie got upset with Yap Stam about the book, you know. So it seems like something crazy's happened. It doesn't make any sense, footballing sense whatsoever. Why is he not playing? Especially when passing is one of our weaknesses. You got one of the best passers around, and he doesn't get a game. He's bigger, stronger player.
Last season, towards the end of last game of the season against Wolverhampton, Donny van der Beek and Matic. Absolutely.
Yeah, I saw. I remember the game. Yeah.
Did what they did.
Yeah.
It's just extraordinary. There we go. This is the propaganda now. Neil Ashton is here. Neil Ashton is about. Better watch out, people. Are you ready, Therapy Army? Are you ready? Man UFC are relaxed about their midfield situation. As the end of the transfer window approaches, United are now expecting to sign one for next year. This club has been in a rebuild for the past 9 years. Rebuild FC. I swear to God. Next year, FC. Next year. Irfan, I've said it and I'll say it again. Supposed to be United after Declan Rice. The guy's a Chelsea fan. He's going to Chelsea. Mason Mount is there. Chelsea are Champions League winners. They look like they're more to win and to challenge for the league. They're the serious club who win trophies.
Of course.
Put that aside. If Declan Rice is 90 to 100 million, we might as well all pack up, people, and forget about and find new sport to support. We might as well all pack up and find another sport. There are 3 players I can name who are better than Declan Rice, better than Declan Rice, Irfan, and who are 50, 60 million cheaper than him.
Wait. How much is my favorite player, Kessie? How much would he cost?
Kessie would have cost you 40 million.
Well, Basuma, how much would Basuma cost?
Basuma would have cost you 35. Basuma is a sitter. Kessie's not a sitter, Irfan.
No, but he can do the job, though. He can do the job for us.
No, Irfan, he's the number 8. We're gonna with the way Ollie works, he's the number 8, and he's gonna be on the bench. Bobby, welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing, brother?
Good evening, bro. Good evening. I'm cool. Sorry, I'm late, man.
Don't apologize, bro.
And I'm trying to catch up. I was on Rachel's stream. I had to jump on Rachel's stream with my sister, so you know I love Rachel, so I got to support her. You know how it is.
Yeah, of course.
Where are we? What have I missed?
Basically, this is the latest. I'm just going back, guys, to update on our guest what's going on. So here we go. This is what we are. Donny van der Beek's agent, Gaudio Albert, said there's been interest in the player this summer, but Man UFC are holding everything back. Disappointing, they're not cooperating. Then, obviously, Neil Ashton sends one of his cronies at the Athletic, Rory Whitwell. Man UFC received no loan offers for Donny van der Beek. He was also not made available by the club. Right? That's what you had.
Nuruddin, right, guys, we're old enough to know every football player has his price. Listen, there's a conversation that has to be had. Oh, listen, is that guy available? He's not available. How we're willing to pay this? Blah blah. What if this situation happens? So that's a load of BS. At the end of the day, okay, this is literally torture. Okay, on Donny van der Beek. If you don't like him, he should have been the first player out of this club this summer. Let's be serious. Now, is Ollie using him as an example to be like, don't ever give me a player that I don't want? Ollie's not good enough and not experienced enough and has no trophies in the bank to play this kind of game. Okay, there's only a few managers that can get away with stuff like that, okay? All I'm going to say is this. Donny van der Beek wants to leave, but he wants to play football. That's the initial thing. He wants to play football. World Cup season, guys. World Cup season. He needs minutes. And Louis van Gaal will already have said, listen, if you don't play, I'm not picking you. And what killed me was when he sent him out to warm up. And he's not getting on. He's not getting on.
Did you see his body language, Bobby? Did you see his body language against Wolves?
Yes. Not there.
It was incredible. And anyway, this is Khalis Ramadine Lassi, the chief reporter of United Real Therapy. Here we go. Man United are relaxed about their midfield situation at the end of the summer window. As the end of the summer window approaches, United are expecting now to sign one next year. This has been a rebuild FC for the past 9 years ingoing. Tom, welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome. It's absolutely Comedy Central. It's not United therapy tonight, people. It's Comedy Central tonight. It's absolutely Comedy Central. Tom, how are you doing, bro? We've not seen you in a while. Talk to me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, bro. How was you?
I'm good, bro. Welcome to the stream. So, talk to me, man. I know that you're laughing in the background, but please tell me why you're laughing.
Well, everybody knows what we should have done today. Regardless of anybody's opinion on it, you know, there was an option to go and get a player for £5 million just for 1 year. And that would have been Salnikas. You know, you can have your own opinion on it whatsoever. It's a loan. If it doesn't work out, then you don't buy him. It's simple. If it works out, then you've got the player there. Chelsea have done the smart thing, and even if it doesn't work out, we've still got a player to cover in that area. What have we done? Just sat on his ass and done nothing. What? Sell Daniel James to Leeds and announce Ronaldo. That's all we've pretty much done. Broke an announcement video out. Ronaldo's here. Everybody knew that he was here 3-4 days ago. Nobody was going to get anything out off the chest or anything anyway. It's like Khaleesi saying there with the Solskjaer wanted a defensive midfielder. Well, clearly he didn't want one that badly. You know, when we've got the amount of, you know, pulling power that Manchester United supposedly have, when you can't go and knock on the door at some clubs, and like you've said, you know, there's better players out there for less money than you could pay for Declan Rice. Everybody knows who the players are. Salnikas would have cost you what? €40 million. You would have got him on loan. I would say he's probably better than Rice. You know, there's even superior players. You know, Kessie was obviously mentioned. Which I don't know your name, mate, but another good shout. There's loads of players in that area that you can easily go and target for less money. But it's like the other comment there, 6 options to choose from. One of them's a liability in Fred. One of them's injured in McTominay. One of them we don't play in Van der Beek. God knows why. You know, Matic, his legs have probably gone underneath, and that's the only excuse you can use there. And then any other player we have in that area is just too young, or it's not their position, like Pogba. God, honestly, there's no designated central defensive midfielder. When you take a player that we had in Roy Keane and you stick him next to the players that we've got now, where is there any sort of a comparison? There isn't. There is not any comparison in any sort of player at all. And we all know that is the main concern this season. Going into this season, that's the main concern. Because we saw what happened with Wolves, even to some certain extent with Leeds. I'm sorry, but Fred is just not good enough for this club at all. You know, even in terms of the league, I just don't see what he brings to the table, really. And I know you're smiling, Nerd. I honestly don't see what he brings to the table, really. The man can't pass. He's not tall enough for the league. He's not physically strong enough. He can't create chances, really. He can't tackle. Proved it in the game against Wolves. You've got him sat on his arse every 5 minutes. You know, I honestly just don't have any belief for this.
To be fair to him, there was times when Ollie came in, and remember when we had that disaster where McTominay was injured. We bought Bruno obviously in that January, and Irfan will remember this. Fred did have good days.
Yeah,
you know what
I will admit
At this moment in time, he's a player of form and a player. He's a system player. I want to explain to people. What I mean by system player is the best games Fred has had. It's been the games where Man United have had low block football, counter-attack football, and we played against City, Paris Saint-Germain. Those types of games, he's good because he plays in a system that's defined by the coach and a game plan. When you are asking Fred, who is he's poor man's Conte, but Conte is 20 times better, right? Conte is one of the most greatest midfielders in the history of football because he does the most extraordinary things where there's 2 or 3 of him sometimes you think on the pitch. He's there to press teams. He can play 3 as a 3. He can't play as a 2. Fred is used to playing 3 at Shakhtar Donetsk. Bruno is used to playing 3 at Sporting Lisbon. Paul Pogba is used to playing 3 at Juventus, and now with France. Right? And all of these players that we got, Matic played in a 2. Only Matic played in a 2 really with Chelsea, with Kante. But Matic was the holder and Kante was the guy who was going after the ball. That's who Fred is. Fred shines when we have a system play. Unfortunately, we are devoid of any system, right? Irfan, by the way, Alicia's saying you've been fixing leaking roof. That's what you've been doing, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what Alicia says.
You know.
She knows you better than most, by the way. But that's who Fred is, and that's what we're relying on. But please, can I get what, Irfan, what I told you, what your views on Donny, and what do you think is going on with Donny van de Beek? Why are Man United holding this young player hostage?
It's a strange one because, like I said to you, when we were at the festival, I can't remember on the way we were talking, and I said to you, look, I haven't really forgiven Ollie for the loss against Villarreal. I haven't forgiven that because, like I said, that was on him. Now, we've had this sort of dream feel-good thing, signing Ronaldo, getting Sancho, everyone's forgotten about. Everyone's always loved up zone. Oh, yeah, we've got these amazing players. But all the real fans are saying, wait a second, we haven't got a defensive midfielder and we haven't got a top coach and coaches. You're always talking to me about the coaches. Coaches, what system of play? Now, anyone who watched the Wolves match should be concerned. I mean, looking at that game, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how we won that game. I don't know how.
Just to comment quickly, just to update you, thank you so much, Chief Reporter of United Real Therapy, Gaudia Elbers. This is coming on from the comments, right? So Gladio Elbers says about Donny van de Beek's desire to loan move. Manchester United looked to be given permission, but eventually they didn't. It's been painful lately. Wow, this is the agent coming out, Irfan, because somebody's got to stand up for this kid. Rowdy Abed, and now he's lost his spot in the Dutch national team.
I respect
while
him
he
for doing
worked
that.
just as hard as he always did.
Of course, they're destroying his career. This guy, Guido Alves, is right. His agent is right. Guido's got it right. Guido's saying, look, you're destroying my player. What's my player about? You won't let him leave or you won't play him. He can't get in the Dutch national team. Why would the Dutch team pick him if they don't get to see him play?
Kelly,
They're destroying this guy's career. And what's he done? Has he been so bad that he's lost his games or whatever? I just don't get it. It's the most crazy thing. But it's on Ollie. It's on Ollie. I don't care what you say. It is on Ollie. It shows the ineptitude of Ollie. I don't care what you say. Yeah. It's difficult for us because we've got this love-hate thing with the team. We've got a love-hate thing with the owners. We've got a love-hate thing with the coaches. We just don't know. But this one is on Ollie because he's showing his ineptitude as a coach. I'm sorry to say. I can't call it any other way.
Tom, I'm going to bring you in a minute. Let me just go through these comments. Khalis Ramadan, brilliant job tonight. Absolutely. Transfer deadline day. We're working hard to bring you the latest quotes, people. The latest quotes. How is Donny feeling? So somebody's asked Guardio Albers, how's Donny feeling? He's calm with the situation. I prefer not to bring this up. Wow.
Has he had an interview?
Everyone knows Donny. He just wants to play football. He loves football. So from my reaction, I think you can tell. Oh my God. We got to give this guy a round of applause. This guy is absolutely, that is a football agent. That's a football agent. He just wants his player to play football. But Tom, what do you think to that? To Gladio Albert's comments? What do you think? He started a campaign. And you know what? United Real Therapy are behind him. Free Donny.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not speaking badly of Manchester United in saying this, but if for this young lad's career, find the exit. Seriously, terminate your contract or do whatever you've got to do. Because honestly, if nobody can sit here now and say that he was Ollie's signing, and in the next game at Newcastle, we will see if the proof is in the pudding. Because realistically, McTominay's not in, so you've got an option there where there's a hole to be filled. Who are you going to fill the hole with? Because I would, in theory, think he's going to move Pogba back out to wide left when Ronaldo comes in, and then probably play Sancho on one of the wings unless he plays Greenwood. There is an open spot there for Donny van de Beek to play next to probably Fred.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, Tom, what do you think the idea that Donny Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played, right, and injured McTominay?
This is what I
He
mean.
needed an operation. Bought him on. Well, it's this fit footballer who's had a fantastic pre-season is there waiting in the wings. I mean,
we know this.
Alicia's hit it right on the head. Ollie loves Scotty. There we go. There's favourites in MFCL.
Favourites. Look at Rashford. Rashford's the exact same story.
Yeah.
Welcome, Cedric. Welcome, Cedric. I need that therapy, Uncle Nuruddin, because this club is moving like mad.
Can I ask you a
We could
question?
have gotten a midfielder, but I said that Dan James was on the Glazers' pockets, aka dividends, 100%. Go on, Evan.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you a question then, because let's face it, the dressing room dynamic is now going to change when you've got like a legend coming in, yeah. And you know the legends have more power in the dressing room than most people have. Do you think there's a chance that he might see Donny and think to Ollie, what are you doing? You know, do you think that could happen? Do you think somebody like him could sway the boat? I'm so hopeful. I'm desperate here to get him to play. So I'm thinking, could this alter the dynamic? Could he actually say to Ollie, what are you doing? You know,
you mean Ronnie? You mean Ronnie?
You think Ronnie could?
I mean, in fact, exactly. As soon as you made that comment, the brother here, is it just me, 43, just said, I'm genuinely disappointed in Ollie's treatment of Donny. It's disgusting. I hope CR7 gives Ollie hell and fights for Donny. Fans at the Newcastle game need to kick off for Donny to play. We need to just sing Donny's. People need to sing Donny's name. That's what they need to do. This is it.
Remember,
still 10 minutes. Alicia's going for it tonight.
But remember,
still 10 minutes for sure. Longstaff to.
Do you know
a long staff?
Hey, don't laugh. We were in for him. Remember, Nuruddin? We were in for that guy. It's how crazy it was.
I'm sorry, Keno Magic. Lindelof as a DM. What do you reckon, lads? Can play, break up the play, and can drop in the back three when the building up, bro.
Yeah,
I can't see that. You have to listen to me. I'm not against players playing in different positions, but those players need to be versatile. They have to be shown that they're versatile, and they have to be coached in a way for them to be versatile.
Exactly.
I don't have no absolute zero confidence in Michael Carrick, Kieran McKenna, and Nicky Phelan to be able to turn Lindelof, because we know Ollie doesn't do the coaching.
Nuruddin, Wolves showed you again that we have no coaching. The Wolves game showed.
Thank you.
It showed you. We have zero coaching. We have zero style of play. We're still a moments FC team. That's all we are. Even after 3 years now.
Irfan, I hear what you're saying. Do you know what? I agree with you. I do.
Your mic is a bit low, bro. Turn your computer.
Okay,
Your mic is a bit low.
Let me put my
Headphones on.
Let me get this. I'll get the mic.
Yeah.
I've got the same mic as Saeed.
Yeah. Give the video a like, people. Of course. Come on, people. Listen, we're talking about pressing issues here. We've discussed the propaganda that is Man United will get a CDM next season. We've discussed
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah. We can hear loud and clear.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the power. Can you hear me, guys?
Feel the power, bro. There you go. I'll let you land, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. So if I'm like, I agree with what you're saying, right? And do you know, regarding like how we're treating players, for example, the Dutch Milky Way kid, Donny van de Beek, yeah. Do you know, from a person that plays sports, I think to myself, okay, he's getting the bad treatment, blah blah blah. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in training at Carrington, because you've got to ask yourself, does he not like him, or is he not applying himself in training? It can only be the two. There's no middle. Okay, he's been here for a season now. It's been torture for him. Okay, we saw when he comes on, we're like, wow, 2 touch, 1 touch.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, for example, in possession, he's going to keep possessing. He's going to retain it. He's going to keep things ticking over. Then you've got to ask yourself, does the manager not like him? And probably he doesn't. And it hurt me driving home to come on the stream when I heard on TalkSport, what's his name? Jim White saying Man United have blocked his move with his agent. I'm just thinking, are we that club now? Are we Arsenal that are blocking?
Hostage FC.
Yeah.
Hostage.
Are we telling players now? No, you're not leaving. You've got to
cell blockage, bro. Cell blockage.
Do you know what I mean?
Somewhere in Carrington, there's a cell. He's locked in there tonight as we speak.
I just think to myself, I hope and pray that when Ronnie gets there, CR7, best player in the league, by the way, he says to Ollie, listen, pattern up, fix up. You know, you need your best players on the pitch. Okay, you
Precisely.
accommodate them. You find a way to play them because do you know what's hurting? That hurts me the most. Chelsea, Tuchel went into Chelsea, the same squad that we were saying horrible defending, same squad of players we were saying
Hmm.
leaking goals, couldn't put 5 passes together, shambolic FC. What was Lampard doing? He won. He won the Champions League with these players
Mm.
and the Super Cup. And
Mm.
now he's just said, "Let me add a target man, Lukaku, and let me add a cultured, cultured midfielder that can accommodate in any position in midfield. Can
Mm.
even drop in centre back, left back to take the ball. Okay, he's thinking I need to top up this team. I can't stand still. He's only signed 2 players. I beg your pardon. Okay, now we are chasing it. Now we need every individual at our fucking decking. We need everyone. So when you've got a midfielder of Donny van de Beek at a purchase of 34 million euros, can I add euros? Something's going on. And for me, I don't want to see Lingard in the number 10. I don't want to see Lingard in number 8. Lingard, I think with Dan James going, I think Lingard pushes it to the right, the rotational thing. You've got to give him a
I
chance.
He should have gone as
you know
well.
what? I genuinely
Should
think,
have
what
gone.
is
Should have
Lingard
gone.
doing?
Should have
What is Lingard doing? That's it, Tom. I'll ask you the question. What is Lingard doing?
Inshallah, bro. Vibes.
Just wants to gain a couple of Instagram followers off Ronaldo. That's all he wants to do, literally. What really does he have here right now? When everybody is fully fit, he's not getting in ahead of Bruno. He's not getting in the midfield. Let's be clear on that. He's not getting in either in his second position, which is probably out wide right,
Facts.
because you're going to have Sancho, Greenwood on that side. You're going to have Rashford in the mix there as well. Possibly some of the young Martial, obviously another option there. You know, Ronaldo, if we want to play him out wide, left or through the middle, wherever.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you can't come up with a spot for him. He should have gone probably a lot sooner in the window. I don't care
I
if
wouldn't mind.
it's to
You know
West
what?
Ham or anywhere.
I wouldn't mind. West Ham just needed to get the money up because they were like match made in heaven. He was there. He was having a fantastic time. They play. They're kind of like they play low block because that's what Moyes does, and then they hit people on the counter. There's space behind. When the other teams attack them, obviously they're not Man United, so other teams attack them. There's space for him to run into. West Ham and Lingard were match made in heaven. They should have put the money up straight after the Euros finished. That kid was in London. He should have had his medical, and he should have done. If he's got any ambition whatsoever, he's 28 years old. You are in your prime of your footballing career. Football career is short. At best, he's got 20. At the best, he's got 6 years left, Irfan. At worst, he's got 5 years left of his football career.
But
And there he goes, wants to just train, and like Tom said, exactly, get more Instagram followers. And do you think Ronaldo's going to look at him and go, what an absolute clown. Don't put that camera in my face, man. You're a clown. Go and play football. That is the thing about it.
Exactly.
But he's marketable. You know, for the young fans, he's the TikTok sensation. He's the reels, Instagram, social media. Like you said, we're bankers. You know, we're all about the money, all about the clicks, clickbait FC. Lingard is a marketable sensation. And I can only think that's the only positive of him being at the club. Because like you said, with his age, go play football, son. Listen, you've won your trophies. Go be a legend. Go score some goals from West Ham. Have a nice European run. Go be a legend in their eyes. Because he's not going to be a legend for Man United. I think no one really remembers the goal he scored in the, was it the Carling Cup final or the FA Cup?
No, listen, he was a good player. He was a good player, but Man United are now going for the league title, bro. They're going for a league title. And his positions, we are stacked. I wouldn't mind if we're not stacked in the positions, in the wider positions. Unless Lingard is going to play DM. Unless he's going to play DM. Unless he's going to hold. He's going to play on the shoulder. I mean, that midfielder, you have to be aware of your spatial awareness over your shoulder. You have to constantly check over your shoulder so you can let the ball run, so you can get that pass off. You can then take the ball on the run, on the spin, on the back foot, front foot. That's what you do. But anyway, I think this brings us on to our last topic, guys. Solomon, thank you so much, Akbas. Thank you for the comment, bro. We could still compete for the league without a DM. It's sad that we don't have a half decent manager that can coach 4-3-3 with Matic as our only DM and Pogba and Fred as the 2 number 8. No, I wouldn't use Fred. I would use Donny.
No.
Donny.
Donny, if you're going to use
Matic, the best game I've seen Man United have under Ollie was away at Everton in the Carabao Cup. For 45 minutes, 50 minutes, we hemmed them in. They couldn't get out. We absolutely schooled them. Matic played in that game. Pogba played in that game. Bruno played in that game. We absolutely took them apart.
We did.
I want to come on to
Nuruddin, can you remember when we played the Diamond?
Of course.
We had Bruno, we had Pogba, we had Matic, and we had Van der Beek all in that. I remember a steamrolling team 3-0, and we still kept clean sheets, even in that sort of system. And it was all about the Diamond at the time. And it's like we've said with the 4-3-3 system. It doesn't take monkeys with peanuts to come up with the cash. If you don't want to buy a CDM, then you develop somebody to play that position. If you don't have them, then you improve them or you develop them to play that position. Donny's, we can say what we want. We've never tried Donny van der Beek, either on his own in the DM position or even with a partner. We've not even tried him at all. And this is the sort of things that concern me about coaching. When you're looking for solutions, but you're not using your options around you to try and come up with them, you're not going to get anywhere. And I think Ollie's happy just to sit there and stick with the mediocrity of, right, we'll have McFred in midfield and we'll have Bruno in front of them. Right, then I'm going to have to ship Pogba out to wide left, because as soon as Rashford comes back, you already know that wide left position is going straight away, because he's one of Ollie's favourites. Pogba will probably be shifted out to the right. You might not even see Sancho get a game, because he's gonna have to fit Pogba in the team somewhere. But it's like we've said before. If you had proper coaching and elite coaching, like Nuruddin, you've already said, we know Ollie doesn't do the coaching. Mike Phelan, Kieran McKenna, or Michael Carrick are not going to turn a player like Lindelof, or are going to re-emerge somebody like Matic into the half decent player that he was when he was winning league titles at Chelsea. It's not going to happen. And it's all this mediocrity where we were going for Camavinga or whatever. Really, I think we've had his pants pulled down by an 18-year-old, really. Why we're chasing down blind alleys for somebody who's got his heart set on going to a different country altogether? What is the actual point? Oh, well, we tried to sign him, but we didn't actually get it over the line.
It's for the trending, bro. We do it for social media purposes.
Yeah,
you know why we do it, Tom.
Exactly.
We know why we do it, Tom. Irfan, I'm going to come to you. I've said this. I chat on some of the spaces. I said this. Right? When managers come, Irfan, they come with their own coaches. Pochettino has his team. Nuno has his team. Jose has a famous team that he took around with him. Yeah? They're in teams. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as an interim manager at Manchester United, took Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick, who were already there, who were, by the way, I want to make the point to people. When Jose coaches players into low block, especially senior players, it's really difficult for a manager and a coach to come to coach that mentality out of them, because it's like, that's why a lot of fantastic coaches were like younger players, because they're fresh. They haven't got that information instilled into them when they go out onto the pitch. Proper coaches, they get them to do repetitively so it becomes second nature. So Jose Mourinho's coaches are Michael Carrick and Kieran McKenna. Ollie then brings the guy who's at a college, the guy who's at a college teaching a university in Burnley via Australia, right? That's Mickey Phelan, to come his coach. Then Ollie says, I don't do the coaching. Now we understand Ollie was building just a bit of a structure around himself. He was doing all of that. We understand that, Irfan. But the point is this January is going to be 3 years. After 3 years, you would have thought, and I'm defending Ollie in these spaces on Twitter, and I said, I watched Mulder. Mulder played 4-3-3. Ollie got them winning back-to-back league titles, right? Or he won league and then going back, and then a couple of years that he won the league, I think that's what happened. But he played 4-3-3. That's what he did. He played 4-3-3.
When he came into the job at first, he played
Yeah,
4-3-3.
and then remember the Liverpool game where in 25 minutes we had 3 players pull up musculars, and then he's looking at himself going, "Oh damn, Jose has teamed this coach to be a low block team. They can't press for 20 minutes because Lingard pulled up, Rashford pulled up, Herrera pulled up. Who else pulled up? There was somebody else who pulled up as well with a hamstring,
Matic,
right?
I think it was.
Yeah,
Was it
they all
Martial?
pulled up. No, I think it might be Martial. They all pulled
Martial,
up.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Martial.
they all pulled up. And then he realized, I can't do this, so I've got to do this 4-3-3, but not as hard as pressing. But we'll go counter, right? Here we are now, Irfan. In January, it's going to be 3 years. Why the hell are these coaches there? Why? They're Jose Mourinho's team. That's why we are pragmatic FC, Irfan. We look like we're only there to make it up as you go along. Like we were doing
Facts,
with Jose.
facts.
Jose never coached the forwards.
Facts.
No.
Jose was like, you're a forward. You know what you're doing. As long as you track back, I don't care what you do up there. That's where we are. But quickly, Irfan.
That's a fact, though, because he said that, didn't he? He's like, I don't have a concern. They know what to do. That's a fact. As long as you track back. I remember.
Irfan, I'll let you go. I know you're too tired, bro. I'll let you go. But go on. Last comment.
No, I mean, look, the more I look at Ollie, I see him as a very old school English coach. He's like an old school English coach. Like I said, he loves Scotty. He loves, he likes a guy who just runs everywhere, puts the boot in, gives 90%. The old sort of English way. I don't see Ollie as a guy who loves sophisticated, cultured players all around the pitch. He's not that kind of guy. He's like you said, he reminds me of an old school English football coach. But the fact that he's got these jokers like Phelan and them are still around him, I mean, okay, I understand we keep him for 6 months, but other top coaches, people should have come in by now. And you're right, it's going to be 3 years and you still have no style of play.
You're only good as any manager is only good as his backroom staff, as his coach. You're only good as that.
Wait a second.
There we go. We got more comments from the agent, Irfan. Khalid from Adidas is breaking news tonight.
Yeah.
Donny van der Beek's agent talking to VH1. There has been a lot of interest from Italy, Germany, and England. So that looked good, right? And then he continues, but you need the cooperation of the club. And it looked like they would, but ultimately they didn't disappoint. But also assuring for him. Oh, okay. Assuring for him. Okay.
Yeah, but then are you looking at the glass
so
full half
that
empty?
he will get his
You know what I
chance
mean?
and he will get his chance, his minutes. But this will become clear in due time, right? So we're all playing Wait FC. He's been promised that before. We came to a clear agreement about it with the club. So we all have the faith this will happen now.
It looks like the only way he's going to get a game is if Matic, Fred, and McTominay are all injured. I can't see any other way of him getting a game. I swear to
I
God.
don't think he might even get a game. I'm telling you now, I think Ollie might go, Carrot, get out there, lad. I know you've been retired for decades. Get out there. Get out there for me. I'm happy with this. He's disappointed now. Donny's agent. I won't say, but everybody knows what Donny knows. He loves the game and he wants to be on that pitch every week. There we go. I would, this is just absolutely depressing on so many. But I like you to come in. On the point that Irfan was talking about. I'm talking about in terms of the coaches. You have your coaches, your philosophy, the way you see football. You have that around you so that you can then put the blueprint down. So when you get sacked, nobody can accuse you and go, but at least we didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Bobby.
I think I hate to refer back to Fergie, but Fergie refreshed it. There was a reason why Fergie refreshed it, because football was changing. Okay, Steve McLaren, Brian Kidd had his time. Steve McLaren had his time. Carlos Queiroz had his time, and even Ray Milstein, Mike Phelan, and stuff. You need to refresh things because you need to adapt to the way football is changing.
Bobby, just hold it there. Solomon Akia, brilliant point. I would say against big teams, we need Fred tenacity in midfield, but against the small teams, Matic, Donny, Pogba will work as we would have more.
But that's common sense, though, isn't it? If you're going to go against the smaller teams, we've always said you need players who can be able to break down the lines, who can keep possession, keep it ticking, and so on.
And we've only got the best break line in midfield in world football. His name is Donny van der Beek. I repeat, we've only got the best attacking spatial awareness midfielder in the world, Donny van der Beek.
And
Van der Beek, yeah,
for
Van der
me,
Beek. I mean,
but yeah, but like for me, so as I was saying, so we when he turned up with Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick, it was basically saying, lads, just got a job at Foot Locker. They've just made me team leader, and I'm in charge of recruitment. Do you fancy a job? Jobs for the boys, and it must be quite embarrassing though, because if you think about it though, you look at the caliber of players that are in that club, and you've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We saw the reports, we saw the pictures, kicking balls into bins. Ollie just standing there with his hands in his pockets and stuff. And then when he came out and said that he doesn't coach, for me that's alarm bells. Conte coaches, Klopp coaches, Pep coaches, Tuchel coaches. Now,
You can name
Lampard coach.
you can name
Lampard coach.
lower managers who coach.
yeah, lower
Right,
matches got. And
Potter,
look,
Potter
Even Gerrard coaches.
yeah, but like, listen, if you're not going to coach, okay, if you're going to be the manager, does the psychology stuff, the manager, you go get the best coaches. 'Cause you
Coaches,
have to
yes,
give
Bobby.
yourself,
Thank you.
you have to give yourself the best chance of winning that football match. Now, Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday, we've got to ask ourselves what they're doing, because coaching wise, Carrick just retired how many years ago? Kieran McKenna was working with boys. There's a complete difference when you go from the reserves to the young boys seniors to the men.
Mm.
You know, you're dealing with World Cup winners, Champions League winners, and you're trying to do the 10-yard passing in a square. It doesn't work like that. Phases of play, and that's something we don't do. And I think when he came out with his coaching staff, then he brought Mike Phelan back. You know, listen, we all like to reminisce and stuff, but I think he was taking the piss bringing Mike Phelan back, with all due respect.
It's there. It's there. Khalid's Remedy Lassie says, "Jobs for the boys."
For the
Business
boys, yeah.
FC, bro.
I think.
Jobs
Do you know
for
what
the
would have
boys,
been
FC.
nice? If he had approached, people might look at me here. If Ollie had looked around in the Premiership and said, "Who's playing the best attacking football?" Do you know what? Get Eddie Howes to come in and coach. Get Graham Potter. Get these people, these British managers, okay, who basically like to play attacking football, who make the average Joe look like a Barcelona player in possession, and then you can get the praise for it. Oh, he's done well. He's brought this person in. Listen, we know how it works. Fergie stopped coaching how many years ago? There's a reason why he kept getting different coaches. You need to give, like I said, I don't want to keep rambling on, but you have to give yourself the best coach. And for me, I think Ollie missed the trick here, because I think when Eddie Howe was unemployed, he should have said, Eddie, look, come in. You know, come in and coach. You know, have I frozen?
No, you haven't, bro. We're listening. We're listening,
Okay,
bro.
yeah.
Well,
So basically, like,
You're spitting,
come in
bro.
and
You're
coach.
spitting bars, bro. You're spitting bars.
Seriously. And then, do you know what? Yeah. Even if you want to get Mike Phelan around, get him around, but in a different kind of capacity. You know, I think Eddie Howe, Graham Potter, English managers, British managers, if you want to do this Brexit FC, get them in, because you're not telling me Eddie Howe never had the career Solskjaer had. Cool story. But Eddie Howe's coaching, everyone always says, oh, he's a great coach. He's attention to detail. You know, give them the opportunity, because they don't say no to coming at coaching Man United. They don't say no.
It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. Tom, I'm going to come to you. It's extraordinary. I'm not even asking for Eddie Howe or for Graham Potter, because they've got, managerial ambitions. I genuinely think they will never have turned down Man United, right? They will never have turned down Man United, because that would have been on their TV.
No way.
You know what I mean? So, but there are other coaches available that you could go and get the best in the world football, best in European football. There's no secrets in football anymore, Tom. As you know, as a journalist, there's no secrets.
No,
the best coaches are out there. Go and get them. That's what Man United need.
Yeah. Spitting pure facts. And it's the quote that Gary Neville always circles around with and has always said. Man United always had the best in class. Whether it was players, managers, coaches, kit men, whatever it was, they always had the best person that was there and best person that was out there. And like we've said before, the fallout and the shortfall was, as soon as Ollie comes in, he takes on another man's coaches. If Jose Mourinho rated them two that highly, they would have gone with him. Yeah, he would have took them with exactly. He would have took them with him. And like I say, any other manager rolls in tomorrow, rolls into town, whether it's Conte, whether it's Potter, whether it's whoever, he doesn't keep these guys on. He doesn't keep these guys on. Bye. I've got my own team that's coming in and doing the job for me. It's like you've all said.
There's a question for you here, Tom. Wasn't it Jose that hired Carrick and McKenna as coaches?
Yeah.
Windy, we said that. Yeah, they are. the AI's coaches. Windy, we would like to think what you think. I want to come up to, we're coming close to, we got 10 minutes left of the show. I want to now come to the winners and losers of this transfer. Looking around the Premier League, who do you think of the winners have been? And who do you think the losers have been in this transfer? But first of all, I want to know, are we part of the winners as Man United, or are we part of the losers? And I'll start with Irfan.
We're in the middle already. We're in the middle. We're in the middle. We're still on this sort of, Man United punch drunk of success because Ronaldo's coming back. That's all. I mean, even when it was gym, when I was lifting, all I could hear was Ronaldo's back. When did that happen? I mean, people who never talk about football, they're all talking about football everywhere they go, So we're still on that.
Right.
But the hard
United sing, Viva Ronaldo.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The hard United fans, like here, the real therapy fans are saying, wait a second, let's not get giddy now. Let's not get gassed about this. Let's look reality here. What happened? What's going to happen to the team when we lose and Ronaldo's playing? What's going to happen then? What they're going to turn on each other. They're going to turn on the coach. They're going to turn on everything. The fans are going to look because we're still in the honeymoon period, aren't we? Because we got Ronaldo. So this is the truth here. But the thing is, why do not the Ollie and his team? Why is it not somebody saying, "What the hell are you doing?" Look at Chelsea. They just got Niguez. We could have had this guy. Look at them. They've got such an amazing midfield, and they still doing that. It's embarrassing that a team like Chelsea, which has just won the European Champions League, just won the Super Cup, are going for the title this year. Really going for it, yeah.
And they've got two of the best midfielders.
Where these Cowboys buying star attractions, not buying what we need. It shows again how shoddy. And then some of the fan base are going to say, "Oh, you miserable gets you this and that." We're about reality, not reality.
My name's now on certain social media accounts, Mr. Negative.
Oh my God!
Because I try to bring reality, because I don't get giddy.
Yeah, but these are
about
about
marketing FC. I don't get giddy about marketing. When we signed Ronaldo, obviously we're all happy that he didn't go to City. I asked the people the question. 2-3 weeks ago, would any of you wanted Ronaldo? No. What was the priority? What was the priority this season? A CDM, a centre half, and a right winger.
Yeah, and it screams all over again. It screams Paul Pogba. When we signed Paul Pogba, at that time, we did not need Paul Pogba.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Listen, I get it. Look,
marketing.
I get Ronaldo.
Exactly, thank you, marketing.
We couldn't allow Ronaldo to go to City. I get all that. Listen, he's back. Viva Ronaldo. Yes. Listen, okay.
What good is he, Bobby, when we can't get the ball to him?
I know exactly. This is what my worry is.
This is the logic.
This is the logic. Greenwood didn't have a sniff at all in that first half.
God can only hope that Ronaldo does what he's done at all the clubs, and he's demanded quality, demanded attention to detail, demanded the winner's mentality. Because I'll tell you this right now, Ronaldo will outlast Ollie. I'm telling you this right now. You look at the managers Ronaldo's.
I said it already, bro. I said it already. The biggest pressure, Ollie accepting Donny has put in extreme pressure. Extreme pressure. Anyway, Zayan Adin is just saying here, McTominay can be properly coached to become a CDM that we want. Just look at what Alex Ferguson did with Darren Fletcher.
Well, McTominay came out and said he didn't want to play there. McTominay came out, he done that stupid interview. Oh, I see myself as a box-to-box, very attacking. I want to get in the box and get goals. Shut your mouth and do as you're told. I'm not being funny.
Do you think Alex Ferguson would have allowed that? That actually sums it up. Alex Ferguson, Zayan, will never have allowed the player to say, "I'm going to dictate where I play." People forget when Darren Fletcher came into the team, Beckham was sold and he got put right wing.
Well, let's
and we were all screaming, "What the hell are you doing?"
Fletcher played right back. Fletcher played CDM. Fletcher played left mid, right mid. Fletcher was told on the day, "This is the job you're going to do."
Exactly. This is it. Like we've said before, let's put Fergie in the shoes. If Fergie's got his pick of all his midfielders right now, who is he honestly picking to play a CDM? Realistically, out of the ones that we've got, I would think he would go old school and think he'd just say Matic. Got the experience for it.
In the comments, please, in the comments, guys, let us know. Do you agree with Yafu here? Big up Yafu, Irfan, one of your biggest fans here, Yafu. Big up Yafu. Yafu says United had one of the best windows. Brother, we were sick and tired of McFred. We broke up Bubble Wrap FC, Maguire and Lindelof. But Man United, I've always said to you, 5 steps forward, 6 steps back.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Varane. I'm happy with Sancho.
Varane made sense.
Well,
He was a smart bit of
Ronaldo,
business.
Sancho and Ronaldo. If you said to me, no Sancho, no Ronaldo, but two fantastic midfielders, a young guy like a Camavinga, and already a baller like Basuma right now, I would say to you, give me those two. Give me those two before you give me Sancho and Ronaldo. That doesn't mean that Ronaldo's not going to do bits. That doesn't mean that Sancho's not a fantastic player. But I'm talking about priority and balance of your team. If your team's not balanced, if you can't function in midfield, the last midfield to function at Man United was Hargreaves, Michael Carrick, and Paul Scholes. What did we do? What did we do? We won the double. We won the Champions League and the league. Please, people, educate yourselves. Chelsea, of course. Sal Niguez, they've done it. But Irfan, I'll come back to you on this one. How is it mixed? Am I being negative? Have Man United had a fantastic window, one of the best windows ever?
Well, if I sort of gave you another answer, because I said we're in the middle yet, I didn't expect us to get Varane. I won't lie. I expected Sancho because Sancho bubbled on from the year before, and he was supposed to come and didn't come, etc. Yeah. But I didn't expect Varane. Varane was the shock to me, and it was a good shock.
Varane wanted to come. Most people forget Varane wanted a new challenge, and Varane wanted to come. Let me finish this point just to educate people. Ferguson and David Gill were sat in Varane's mum's house, in her house.
I remember.
Sat with her, getting the deal wrapped up, done. Then Real Madrid found out, told Zidane, who just retired, to go on, get that guy, hijack that deal, and make sure Varane is at Real Madrid. So Varane, some of his family are United fans. He thinks he owes us. He was only going to come to England. He was going to come to one place, fan. We got lucky with him.
Yeah, well, look, like I said, I look at the owners window to window. Like I said, I'm Glazers out. As long as I support United, I'm Glazers out. So I know what the score is. You know what the score is. We've been through it before, but I just still did not expect us to get it. Like I said, you know the background of he loves United, etc. And when under Fergie and David Gill, we were going to get him, but I didn't expect that. I just expected one signing and maybe some other loan deal. I didn't expect 2 signings. I didn't expect, because these guys are not capable of 2 signings. They're not. But they still didn't get the most important one, in my opinion. Lindelof was still a massive weakness of getting him. So on that way, up to this point, I was thinking, okay, this is not bad. But I was still hoping we were going to get one of these essential CDM. Even we could have gone in for Niguez, like you said. So, but then it's all changed because of Ronaldo coming. It's all changed it because, like I said, even the people that don't give a toss about United, forgotten United, are all suddenly awake again. The whole league's awake again. But we're looking at our club long term. We're all long term. We're not short term head. We're looking at long term, and we can see, having watched it against the sloppiest crap. You saw us in that pub in Huntingdon watching the Southampton game. You remember that, Nuruddin, yeah? It was unbelievable. And then I thought to myself, okay, how do you go from 5-0? I mean, obviously Leeds plays into our hands to perform like you did against Southampton and Wolves. How do you do that? How do you go from that to that?
You remember Donny van der Beek was one of the best players last season away. We went 2-0 down. We came back 2-3-2. Yeah. We came back 3-2. His movement, his movement, the way he moved the ball, the one-touch football was fantastic. I just want to go through some of the comments. I'm gonna come. I just want to pay a tribute to Dan James. Dan James, as everybody knows, was somebody who was recommended to Manchester United. He came as a kid. He came very young. As he signed for Man United, unfortunately, he lost his father. May he rest eternally in peace. From then, he got down, literally showed absolute incredible levels of maturity to try to make his dad proud. And in that first 4 or 5 months, he was sensational. Let's not get it twisted. I don't look at a player and go, he was all crap. But every one of you knows, and as everyone fan knew, Dan James was a limited footballer. And at the highest level, when Man United are going for the league title or the Champions League, Dan James is not that guy. He's not that guy. I just want to wish him proper luck, and I hope that he has an absolutely prosperous career at Leeds. Even though you know how much I hate Leeds, right? Most of you know. I never got killed in Leeds. And I hate them. Let me just finish the point, fan. Now we'll see the levels that Dan James will hit under Bielsa.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to make. This is why for us, okay, you got to give it to Dan James.
I'm gonna get you to pay homage to this young guy.
Consummate professional. What can you say? You know, to go through the loss of a major part of his life. I mean, it's like, you know, only he knows what he went through. But I know anyone who's lost a father knows, right? And the guiding light in his life is gone. And yet the guy, whenever I watched him for United, he never pulled a strop. He never, you know, threw his shirt away. He gave everything to the club because he knew what it was like to play for Man United. So we got to take our hats off to the guy. We got to give him big up for giving everything to him. Like I said, I'm still even shocked they sold him because he's playing one a couple of games ago. Now they're selling him. It's a crazy club, crazy. But it's
to be fair to Leeds, Irfan, to be fair to Leeds, every window they've been knocking on the door because he had the shirt, he had the Leeds shirt on, Irfan, and the deal collapsed. Then Man United sweeped in.
Well, like you said, it's going to be fascinating to see what Bielsa does with this guy because it's going to show. If he does magic with this guy, it's going to show Ollie up even more. It's going to really show him up.
Here we go. Bob, you're getting some love from Alicia. She's telling you we got 5 on it. So basically, she's saying 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for the transfer. Listen, Bobby, I'm going to come to you, and then I'm going to come to you quickly, Tom, and we're going to wrap up the show. Can you please pay homage to Dan James?
Listen, yeah. The funny thing about Man United is this, yeah. Zaha said he didn't realize the pressure of Man United until you walk onto the training pitch. The intensity is there. You want to win. Now, with Daniel James, listen, you can see the attributes, pace and stuff. He needs to be coached. We understand that. But you know what? It wasn't his fault we didn't sign Sancho that same window. Daniel James was supposed to be backup to Sancho. He was overplayed. He scored a good few goals. He had a great start, but you know he wasn't coached. You know we've seen, and I'm going to give an example real quickly. Greenwood likes to do that drop in, that step over, then come onto the right. Okay, we've seen now people have got into that, and he's tried to adjust his game. He's tried to change things up. We're not seeing that with Daniel James, and I think listen, you're signing for Man United. You're not going to say no as a young kid. Let's be honest. You're British, okay? He's Welsh, okay?
Bobby had a fantastic start. Don't forget, he just lost his father, and he had a fantastic start.
Yeah, and you know, like, listen, we don't know him personally, so you can imagine he's thinking, man, oh my god, Man United. Listen, attitude, effort is the two things you want as a professional footballer, and he gave it. On ability-wise, it's not his fault. You could coach it, but listen, he's going to go to someone who's known as a genius who can coach players. He's making some of these Leeds players look like prime Barcelona, and fair play to him. I know a lot of people, I've cussed him out before and stuff.
No, that's out of frustration, though. That's just out of frustration. I'm just going to go quickly to Tom. Go on.
I just want to quickly say, I don't blame him for his performances at Man United because I think when you come to Man United, you're put at the theatre. You're put on this. This high table to perform, but at the same time, you're also coached how to perform, and I don't think he's been coached. That's just what I want to say.
Exactly. Right, Tom, your views on Daniel James?
Listen, you know, respect to the kid first and foremost. You know, regardless of when he was at Swansea and whatnot. When you know signed the
Tom,
contract.
hold it there 1 second.
Yeah, go on.
Bob, thank you so much for coming on, bro. We really appreciate it.
Don't
Love,
silly.
brother. Love. I hope the family's good, bro.
That's what I'm going to deal with now.
Okay, take care, brother. Love.
Take care, man. Take care.
Take care, Tom.
Take care, Bobby. Take all the best.
Peace out, Bobby.
Go on, sorry.
No, it's fine. Take care anyway, Bobby. But what I was going to say with Daniel James was, to even put pen to paper to join Man United is a big step for anybody his sort of age that he was at, and then what he went through, obviously with his father and everything, where you know his father was actually with him when he had the Leeds shirt held up. He was with him in the Amazon documentary. If anybody ever watched that with Leeds, he was with him on that day. And when he signed for Manchester United, unfortunately, obviously the circumstances had happened and whatnot, and it was obviously a sad story for him, you know. And I don't exactly think he has had the easiest time here. But it's like what Bobby said: nobody will ever blame him for what he gave on the pitch. You know, and I will say that for any single player who leaves this football club, regardless of, you know, what they've done, you know, if Pogba ended up leaving, I would say so long as he's given everything for the shirt, you can never, you know, take away if a player wants to leave or if they want to have a new challenge in their life. You know, exactly the same with Lingard. Lingard gave, you know, the FA Cup goal or whatever. But just on Daniel James, you know, he's going to an amazing club. Let's not be under any illusions of it. Leeds are a well-run club, recruitment wise, coaching, system. They've got it all on point, and that's how they got back into the league and back competing toward the top end of the table and the echelons. But Bielsa's a proper coach. You know, Bielsa and Solskjaer, if they went to school, you know, Solskjaer would probably be kicked out of the class. Bielsa probably getting straight A's. You know, all the football, all the knowledge that's in his mind compared to Solskjaer, you know, second to none. And I think you will see a very, very different player with Daniel James when Bielsa has. Give him until January to develop him into how he wants to play in that team. And then we will see how Daniel James performs from January to the end of the season. But I would expect him to hit the ground running there and have a proper good career. And I wish him all the bestest of luck.
Yeah. Honestly, we do the same. I don't care media. There's a video on this channel where we discussed the Champions League group, bro. So you can watch that. You can watch that video where we discussed it at length about the different teams, what the different teams are going to oppose to us, what the group, right? Irfan, the last thing on this. Where do you see Manchester United? Do you see Manchester United challenging? There was somebody that made the comment and said Liverpool won the league without a number 9. We should be able to win without a CDM. I'm like, that because that Liverpool have got a defined drill system. If what drill systems do, they hide your weaknesses and amplify your strengths. Drill systems, that's what they do. We don't have a drill system.
They have one of the top coaches in the world. The guy, to me, behind Guardiola, they're the top 2. These are the top 2. What are you talking about? You know, they did it without a striker, whatever. Did it with I mean, I don't get this comment at all. I mean, how can you even compare these two? Look at their peak a few years ago. You know, before the injuries to Van Dijk, etc. The horrific season. Look at the football they play. Look at the way they demolish teams, man. When's the last time United played like that? It's only City that have demolished teams. I don't know. We haven't played like that for donkey's years. So I don't understand this comment. I don't get it at all.
I just want to read out this statement. Manchester United statement on Daniel James. Be a starter, a substitute, a squad member. He always gave 100% and he leaves with our very best wishes for the future. Yeah, 100%. Respect. I want to agree with that. Dan James, for me, he was a scapegoat at times because we're all frustrated because our club is toxic because of the Bristol University bankers, Ollie and his delusional coaching, the coaches that he's put around himself, and the way the Glazers run our club. And then what do we do? We all, listen to me, we all there go on Twitter and go on social media and target specific players like it's their fault. Like at the moment, the flavor of the month is Fred. Fred is not the biggest problem at Man United. He's not. But in that system, though, he's being played. It's not his fault. He's been played there, and he can't do that job.
No, I mean, look, like I said, just go back to Daniel James.
Ollie never bought Van der Beek, Hassan. Never bought him.
No, he didn't. No. Listen, Dan was he's a diamond that needs to be polished. And sadly, they couldn't get much out of him. So, you know, he gave his everything. Like I said, Bielsa will polish this guy. He'll make him understand.
I'm going to give the last word because Tom's got to get off. Tom, I know you got to get off for work and all that, bro. Yeah. Listen, where are we finishing this season, bro? Or what we've got now, where are we finishing? Listen, give me your best scenario and then your worst scenario.
Win the Champions League.
Your best scenario.
That's the best scenario.
No way.
Right?
I know it's not going to happen.
No, but we can hope. There's no point in supporting football team.
I think we'll be in a title race, but I think we'll come second. To. I honestly think City are going to be a slow burner. I think they're going to fall off the wagon. And I think I honestly don't know what there is, but I think there's just something in Chelsea. I don't know.
I mean, getting a draw. I mean, it's early days, but getting a draw at Anfield, 45 minutes down to 10 men, that's saying something.
I mean, that's the thing, Nuruddin. Look, Chelsea are my favourites because of the way they've just got a winning mentality, and now they're going to keep strengthening. They've
Listen,
got
the manager,
Then it's going to be between City and Liverpool, right? And because of the class they've still got, it's whether they've got the motivation. We're looking at fourth realistically. We're looking at we can't do much better than that. If we do better than that, we've done all right. But having watched the last 2 games against Southampton and Wolves, we are way off the pace, and we're just, like I said, we're punch drunk by the fact that Ronaldo's returning. But we're going to get a reality check very, very soon. We're going to get it very, very soon.
Tom, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Your last word.
Thanks
your last word. Your last word. The last couple of words of Man United, bro. What you're hoping for this season.
Thanks for having me on anyway, guys. And all we can really say is just keep up the hope, really. And sometimes, the old saying that it's the hope that kills you.
Exactly.
But in football, if you don't have belief, then you don't get anywhere anyway. Or even in life, for that matter.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Tom, listen, it's good to have you on the channel. I'll be doing regulars now. So I bought 2 kittens, by the way. Therapy, we got 2 kittens. We got a Scolzy, a ginger one, and Seedorf, a black cat. So Seedorf, 2 of my favorite midfielders in world football. I thought I'll wait to break that news. They're just on the couch over there, both of them sleeping. They've been running me ragged for the past couple of days, people. Running me absolutely ragged. They're both 10 weeks old, and they're absolutely giddy. I always talking about keeping people in check when they're getting giddy about everything, about anything in life. Well, I've got 2 cats, and they are giddy, absolutely giddy. I'm trying to talk to them about Man United. They're looking at me like, can we play, mate? Can we just play? Don't tell me about Man United. That's just play.
Really, all we want, we want us to compete. That's all we want.
That's all we want, guys. We want us to compete. For me, the best case scenario is Ollie finds a 4-3-3. I think we got the players to play 4-3-3 in the system, and then we go for it. We don't try to be pragmatic FC. We go for it in games. We go full throttle. Ronaldo inspires. Everybody's level raises 10% or even 5% because at the highest level, 5% could mean so much at the top level, right? And that's my best case scenario. The worst case scenario, people, Ollie doesn't see the end of the season because, like I said, if it looks like Ollie's out of the Champions League positions, come January, February, they'll pull the trigger, people. They're not asked. The Glazers and the bankers who run our club are not asked. Irfan, your last word of the show. Go ahead, bro.
You said it because, like I said, I'm still depressed by watching the last 2 games. I mean, the smash and grab against Wolves, as you call it, and then the game against Southampton. I'm hoping, like you said, that the professionalism, the sheer desire to win Ronaldo is going to make all those coasting look at themselves and say, "What are you doing?" I'm hoping that's going to rub off on the team. I'm hoping it's going to rub off on Ollie. But the bottom line is you can't change an average guy into a master tactician, master coach. It's not going to happen. Even with Ronaldo being, it's not going to happen.
Without the coaches. Without the coaches.
So let's just hope. Let's just hope, like you said, the 4-3-3, the system that works for us, and we compete because we do have a chance, but it's a very small outside chance. Like I said, I just want us to play well. I want us to be entertained. I don't want to be looking at the coach and thinking this guy's out of his depth, which is what I'm always looking at with this guy. He's just out of his depth.
Therapy Army, you have spoken. First up, please help me to give a hand to Irfan. Irfan, welcome return. Thank you so much for your input. Tom, Footy Live, give him a follow. Irfan Rady. Mainly about music and about culture and politics and everything else. Irfan Raini on Twitter. Tom, Footy Life on Twitter. Make sure you get to him. Anyway, guys, Therapy Army, we've wrapped up the transfer. Please, on your way out, there's nearly 40 of you in here. Please hit that like button because more people will be able to see the video. Yeah. Please hit that like button soon as you get out of here. But thank you so much, Therapy Army. We've had to do this. I didn't want to do this video. I didn't want to moan about the transfers, but we've had to put perspective. And I will say this again, man, the Therapy Army are far ahead with Alicia, especially with Alicia, are at the forefront of the Free Donny campaign. Free Donny campaign, that's what we are. Free Donny, that's what we'll be doing. Or play him or free him. Play him or free him. Anyway, guys, you know how it is. Win, lose, or draw. Glazers out. Bristol University bankers out. Always. Look after yourselves and look after your families. Have a fantastic rest of the week, people. and we'll see you soon. Peace, love, light, always. Irfan, Tom, thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
Take care, everyone. Thanks so much, people.
Peace
Thanks so
out.
much.
Peace out.